Hello, third graders. Welcome back. So, after our first lesson together, I went off and finished practicing what it was I was teaching about cockroaches, in case you forgot. And then when I was done, I wrote it down. I just want to share that with you. So, here it is. So I just like wrote it all down as much as I could think of, kind of in a blob a little bit. Let me share it with you. Cockroaches live almost everywhere in North America. They're hardy insects that live well with people because they have adapted over time to eating human food and objects. For example, cockroaches eat paper, glue, fruit, and French fries, to name just a few things. People try to get rid of cockroaches all the time. They try traps, poison, cleaning, storing food differently. Because of their body, cockroaches are very hard to get rid of. They can even live for 2 weeks without their heads. So, what you might notice is I just sort of like blobbed it down. There's no like organization so much, but that's okay because I was just trying to get it down on paper. And any one of these sentences could almost be a whole book all on their own. Today, what I want to teach you is that information writers, we often make plans for how to organize our writing. Information writers make many different plans in order to do that. They try out one and then another and then another, and they do that over and over again until they hit on a few that they think could make a possible table of contents. So I thought it would be interesting for us to try that right now. So I'm going to go with our topic of cockroaches, and I'm going to start with kinds of cockroaches. And I'm gonna use my hand again because I think that's really helpful. And I'm gonna go, okay, kinds of cockroaches. First kind of cockroach, the German cockroach. And the German cockroach is the like very particular name for the one that most of us are used to seeing, those like brown cockroaches that live in a lot of houses and buildings and stuff. The second is the American cockroach. It's a little bit more rare, but they're around. The third are the Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Those are the ones that sometimes I'll see in classrooms, and like if you pet them, they go at you. And then the fourth one I want to mention are termites. And yes, it's true. I know, shocking, but termites are a kind of cockroach. Okay, so that's one version. That's one way I could organize my big topic of cockroaches, is I could think of kinds of cockroaches. You could do the same thing with your topic. You could think of like kinds of kinds of video games, kinds of fashion, kinds of baseball calls. I don't know what you're thinking about writing about, what you're an expert on, but you could do that same kind of thing. Okay, let me try another one. What about ways? How about ways of getting rid of cockroaches? Okay, so back to my hand. Ways of getting rid of cockroaches. All right, let me think. Traps. That's one way to get rid of them. Poison. That's another way. Environmentally friendly ways. Prevention, like not ever letting them into my house in the first place. Okay, so I could keep going, but I think you're getting what I'm doing here. I'm just trying different ways I could think about my topic. So far, I've tried kinds. Now I'm going to do ways. I could maybe do types. I could keep going. And then after that, after I've tried a few different things, then I want to jot down one or two of my favorite options as a table of content. So you might recognize a sheet like this. Your teacher might have given you something like this as a resource to use. But if not, you can just use a regular piece of paper and make a table of contents with sort of like parts or sections that you could imagine your book containing, with you dividing your topic using different ways to divide it. So for me, one was kinds, for another is ways, and so on. All right. So off you go to try rehearsing and maybe making some possible table of contents for your expert books. Enjoy, third graders.